With all these famous TikToks and other trends going on around there, you've probably heard of veneers before. Veneers are basically a way to transform your smile. Whether you're concerned about the color of your teeth or the shape of your teeth or whatever the problem is, veneers can really change the way that your smile looks. But in this video, I want to go over some things that you really need to consider before getting veneers and before investing the money in them. So there are different types of veneers, but generally veneers are these very thin, custom-made pieces of porcelain that will go over your teeth. Usually it's done over the front teeth for aesthetic reasons to make your teeth look better. They can make your teeth look straighter, more whiter, and more perfectly shaped. But it's also important to understand what you're getting yourself actually into when you get a veneer. First, let's talk about the different types of veneers. There's porcelain veneers and also composite veneers. Porcelain veneers tend to be more durable, they tend to look better, and they tend to last longer. But they're also more expensive. Composite veneers, on the other hand, are generally more conservative, meaning you don't really have to remove tooth structure to place them. They can still look good, but depending on who's doing it, they might not look as natural as porcelain veneers. And also with composite veneers, you're more likely to have to redo them or touch them up as the years go on. That doesn't mean that porcelain veneers, you don't have to redo them or touch them up later on either. Now, if you're considering getting veneers, I'm just gonna assume you have the money to be able to do them. But I recommend first setting up a consult to kind of go over your options with your dentist. That's gonna be more of an initial consult, basically going over what the procedure really involves, how long it's gonna take, what the recovery process is like, and how you take care of them. If you choose to get a porcelain veneer, then your dentist will probably have to remove some of your enamel. The good thing about veneers is they are conservative. So if you're comparing it to something like a dental crown, for a dental crown, you have to basically turn that tooth into a stump of what it used to be. You have to go 360 degrees around the tooth and remove all the enamel or the outer layer of the tooth just to make enough room to put that crown. With the veneer, you can reduce a lot less enamel and you don't have to go around the whole tooth. You really only have to go around the front part of your tooth. Once your teeth are prepped or prepared for these veneers, then a dental lab will most likely make those custom veneers for your teeth. They'll probably take some sort of impression of your teeth or do a scan with like a digital scanner of your teeth to send to the lab so they can make the veneers for your mouth. And then they will be either bonded or cemented to your teeth. Now, usually this process of porcelain veneers will take 2 visits. The first visit will be the prep and the scan, then they'll give you some temporary veneers. Then the second visit will be the removal of those temporary veneers and placement of the permanent veneers. Now, composite veneers, on the other hand, can usually be done in just 1 visit. And the other benefit of composite veneers is you don't really have to remove any tooth structure. As long as your teeth are healthy, there's no cavities or chipping or anything like that, then they can be placed directly on top of your teeth. And your dentist is gonna kind of be like an artist at this point and just kind of sculpting your teeth with that composite filling material, but making it look really natural and aesthetic on your face. The benefit of this, obviously, is you don't have to remove any enamel. So if something happens down the line where that composite chips or they get stained or something like that, at least you took the most conservative route where you don't really have to remove any tooth structure to replace it. But the problem is, it really depends on who is doing it because these composite veneers can get really, really technical. There's different shades of composite that you want to use to make the color matching really well. And there's different techniques that you can do to make that composite look really, really natural. Some dentists will actually specialize in doing exclusively this. And some dentists will just add this to their normal day-to-day routine. Doesn't mean that that person that does it day-to-day is going to be bad, but if you want perfect results, it might be kind of hard to get that with these composite veneers. That being said, if you have stained, chipped, or discolored teeth and you want to really improve them, both porcelain and composite veneers I think are great options. I would say if you're kind of on the fence, then maybe try the composite veneers first because it's more conservative and also cheaper, and see how you like that. Later down the road, you can always transition into those porcelain veneers. And also, you're really only gonna consider veneers if you don't really have any other dental problems. As long as you don't have like a dental infection or cavities everywhere or some gum disease going on, then you're gonna be a great candidate for veneers. I do wanna point out though that there is a trend of something called veneer technicians going around, of these people pretending to be dentists, and they're basically working in these nail salons putting veneers on people. For the love of God, do not go to a veneer technician or someone that is not a licensed dentist to get your veneers done because you were gonna regret it. I've seen people where they go to different countries or they get some really sketchy dentistry done, probably in someone's basement or something like that, and their teeth are completely destroyed. And when I say destroyed, I mean like 90% of their tooth is just gone. And they're putting these veneers, that they call them, on these little tiny stumps of the tooth that they have left, and their teeth end up breaking. It's really sad to see because people spend a ton of money still on this stuff, and then they end up losing all their teeth. It's a nightmare. Do not do it. Make sure you're going to a licensed, actual, legitimate dentist. Now, I do want to point out that you might not even need veneers to improve your smile. A lot of times people think that the only option to fix my teeth are veneers or crowns or something like that. But sometimes you don't even need to add anything to your teeth. All you need is some straightening like Invisalign or braces or something combined with teeth whitening. You'll be surprised how much your smile can improve by simply getting the teeth in the right position and then making them look a little bit whiter. I've seen quite a few people who thought they needed veneers, but then they ended up going this route and they were so happy they never ended up getting veneers because they never had to remove any tooth structure. They never had to like add anything to their teeth. All they ended up doing was getting some Invisalign, getting their teeth straighter, and then getting their teeth more white. The only problem with this is Invisalign or braces are probably still gonna be expensive, but also it's gonna take a while. Where veneers, you can get them done in 1 or 2 appointments. Invisalign is gonna take months. It might take you like 6 months to a year or a year and a half to get those teeth straightened and then all whitened properly. So if you have the patience, you can also explore that route. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked that video, and if you haven't already, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel below. I will see you in the next video. Did you know that simply keeping your mouth open can change the shape of your face and damage your teeth? In this video, I'm gonna go over some of the dangers of open mouth posture, and I'm also gonna go over how you can correct this. Most of us don't think twice about whether we're breathing through our mouth or breathing through our nose. But here's why it matters. Open mouth posture is when your mouth stays slightly